It is time for Road Work for your work week, where Doug Turnbull and I break down projects that'll be impacting you on your morning commute. So let's talk about what's on the agenda for today. First, we'll be talking about work on the southeast corner of I-285. I'm sure many of you have noticed that. We'll tell you more about it. Next, we're going to tell you about 5 Points and its transformation and the closures that's coming with that. And then lastly, West Panola Road has a closure you'll need to know about, and we'll have all the details. So starting with that southeast I-285 project. Doug, a lot of folks have started to see the impacts of that, some heavy slowdowns, usually right after we get off air. So tell us what they're doing there.
Yeah, and sometimes the crews start setting up in the left lanes even while we're on the air still,
right,
which really impacts the morning drive. So basically on the southeast quadrant of I-285, they've been blocking double left lanes kind of intermittently in the midday hours. And I reached out to DOT to say, hey, what's going on? They're not paving. And a spokesperson, Natalie Dale, told me they're actually cleaning up debris and, yes, vegetation. Do a little weed eating in the median along this stretch of 285. And it's basically in both directions of 285 between roughly I-75 and I-20. And that could last until the end of the month. And Rachel, you're going to show us on the maps kind of where this area is and how that slows people down.
Yeah, thanks so much, Doug. So yeah, it's Panthersville all the way over to the airport pretty much. So like Doug said, 285 both ways between I-20 and 75. So that's impacting 3 counties, DeKalb County, Fulton County, and Clayton County. So you can expect lane closures both ways around midday. That's when Doug and I have seen it. So sometimes starting as early as maybe 9 a.m. and then go until about noon, but it's the kind of thing where you should stay vigilant and expect to see those closures anytime around lunchtime. So these slowdowns can get pretty intense in both directions, so make sure you're ready for that. So next on the agenda, we were going to go down to 5 Points. So Doug, there's a lot of closures coming. I have some of them listed here, but go through them for us and tell us what folks can expect from this transformation they're doing there.
Well, there have been different interruptions, Rachel, over the last year or so in this transformation project. The ones that went into effect on Monday morning were the Peachtree entrance to the 5 Point station shut and the Federal Employees Tunnel right next to the big buildings there in downtown Atlanta. You can see what this looks like on the map. So that means the only entrance of 5 Points open is Forsyth Street. The reason they're doing this is they're rebuilding the canopy in the station. They're also redoing the bus hub and creating some more community spaces for drivers there. So that's why you're finding these interruptions there that'll be in place until sometime late next year, Rachel.
All right, thanks so much, Doug. And one more project to tell you all about this morning here. So let's go ahead and move very far. Look at my map moving here. We're going out to the DeKalb County area where there's a closure scheduled on West Panola Road from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily for the next 5 days. That is beginning today, and that is for some ongoing work that has to be done in this area. They're going to be putting steel plates out in the roadway. Thanks so much for joining us for Road Work for your work week. A lot more coming up here on 11 Alive Plus. More real-time traffic, weather, and news after the break.